This is going to be a review on one of Peak Design's latest product releases that was backed by Kickstarters and is now also available on their website at peakdesign.com. This is their new take on camera hand straps for point and shoots and larger pro bodies as well. What you get inside the box is the hand strap. You get two of their anchor systems. This helps you attach and release their camera strap and also their new slide camera sling as well. An Arca Swiss compatible quick release plate and an Allen wrench to torque everything down. You might be familiar with Peak Design because 2 years ago they released a new camera mount called the Capture Pro. This allowed you to attach your camera body to straps on your camera bag or to your belt. This is the Pro version. You put your strap in here and you would lock it down. And this plate that they give you, this is black on black. The Capture Pro, I believe, is black on red. And so this fits with their product line. And since it's Arca Swiss, it's also going to fit on a bunch of different... it's not going to fit on Manfrotto heads, but it will fit on Arca Swiss style heads without a problem. So back to the strap. I got it in the mail last week, and today I went out and took some pictures with it. I have it attached to my Sony a6000 right now. It took less than 2 minutes to get it out of the package and on the camera. It's very simple, straightforward. This is where the OEM camera strap normally mounts to, and it comes with this strap here that you pass this section of the strap through that, I don't know what you call these connectors, and then it locks in here to attach it to the bottom of the camera. Because this is a NEX or an Alpha model, it's a little bit smaller in dimensions than, say, this Nikon. So I went ahead and put on the microplate. The microplate is a little bit narrower than the other plate, and because these smaller mirrorless cameras oftentimes have articulating screens, you want to watch out for the clearance. And with the microplate, which you can also get at their website, there hasn't been any issues with the screen not being able to open or to flip. So if you have a Fuji or a Panasonic, take that in consideration that you might want to pick up an extra microplate. On the bottom is where you use one of these anchor links. There's on all their plates, there's a little gap where you can feed this portion of it through, and once it's through, you double it over the anchor, and that when you cinch it down like that, it's held in place. On the bottom of the hand strap is their anchor release system, so you can see the anchor locked in there. You press down on the anchor and it slides out, and that's how you would remove it if you needed to take the strap off. This allows you can keep this on your plate, and you can attach some other camera straps such as the slide. I'll do a video on this one a little bit later. So I just went from a hand strap to a sling strap without having to change the plate. It's just that fast. I haven't taken it out and mounted it on a tripod yet, but I can already see one issue with being the way it's mounted on the bottom. Depending on the size of your ball head, you might have clearance issues with this plastic portion here. you might have to figure out which corner you're going to attach the anchor to so that you have clearance so it can slide in and out. It does bang against the camera a little bit. Clearance wise, I guess you could put that's some metal there. You might want to put some sort of cushioning material in between there if you're worried about scuffing up your. This is just the battery bay and the SD card, so you do need access to it. But see, it's fully accessible. With the other straps that are on the market, oftentimes they come with a plate like this that would go over the tripod socket, and you couldn't open your battery compartment and swap a battery. So this, you have no problems with it. Easy to adjust, so once it's secured there, you just put your hands through the grip. It has their branding on it. Peak Design, a little splash of color there, and a metal clamp here. So it's nicely designed, looks kind of modern. To tighten it, you would pull on this strap here, pull away from you, and then pull down, and then that will tighten the grip. All in one motion, and the camera's pretty secure. It's going to wobble because it's not completely secured to your hand, but say if you're in a crowded subway, or you were worried, or you're in the subway or at a concert or something like that, and you're worried that people were gonna bump into you, you can make it real tight, and then once you want to put some gloves on, or you want to relieve some pressure on your wrist, all you have to do to loosen it is just pull up on this corner here, and the strap will come loose, and you can remove your hand from the grip. The overall size of it is kind of small. That's one of the things when I saw it on Kickstarter was the profile, because I knew the Alpha was going to be like one of my daily carries. So I like the compactness of it, and I wore it for maybe an hour today, and it has padding in all the right spots. The only thing time will tell is if this is going to get annoying down here, and scuffing up the bottom of the camera. If you're worried about like resale or something like that, that's something you might want to take into consideration. But if I find something, I'll update it. I'll go ahead and mount this on the Nikon body, and I'll show you what he looks like on one of those. So here's what the strap would look like on a crop sensor camera. This happens to be the Nikon D7000, so I don't know what your Canon equivalent would be, but I do have a battery grip for it. I just didn't put it on for this one. So this is kind of the form factor that you're dealing with on a crop sensor. Attaches the same way. Take this material through there, clamp it into place, put the quick release plate on in your tripod socket with the anchor in place, and then with your you just connect it really easily. When they initially designed everything, they must have thought of future products, because everything seems to be backwards compatible with them. So in the future, I'm sure they're going to have many more products using this anchor system, and it's just as easy. On DSLRs, you always have more of a pronounced grip. That would be also one reason why to get it for the crop bodies, because their grips are much less pronounced. Nikon's always had good grips for me. That's why I initially went with them, because I just didn't like the way that Canon felt the handhold, so that initially got me into Nikon's to begin with. But it's still nice to have a comfortable grip to use. 200 to 400 is a little. When I'm taking it out birding and stuff, I'm moving it on the gimbal head a lot, so it's nice to have an extra point of contact. Or on the 7200 as well, that can get a bit heavy in the hand. And adjusting is just as easy as it was for the Sony. And this is probably just under 2 pounds. There's no lens on it, but I think it's nice and balanced for right now. Even with my 12 to 24 on it, it would feel really comfortable right now. So the website is peakdesign.com, and if you use the code Puget10 PUGE10 when you check out, I'll help you and save you 10% on your order. So this was the camera hand strap clutch, newly released from Peak Design.